Hey everyone, I'm Danny and welcome to Muggle Magic. In this video, we're going to be modifying the official Noble Collection Marauders map. The one that we're modifying today, I bought mine from Barnes & Noble. I'll show you the package so that you can make sure that yours is the same. But one glaring detail that will tell you that yours is the map that I'm modifying is if you open it up and you look at the left flap, like the first flap that opens up on the left side, if you have that closed, it'll say Peeves may lurk here, but it does not line up. So mine, I bought two of them. Neither one of them line up. A lot of people mentioned to me that theirs didn't line up either. So it seems to be an ongoing issue with the Noble Collection Marauders map. So if you bought one or you're gonna buy one, this video will help you fix that flap, the left flap, as well as add a reversible cover to your map. And this is going to be the first in a series of modification videos for this version of the Marauders map. Speaking of the Marauders map, at 17,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away my custom-made Marauders map. Now this includes hidden footprints, a reversible cover, extra pages, and the whole thing is custom made by hand. So if you want a chance at winning that Marauders map, there's a link in the description box below to enter the 17K giveaway. Also, check out the list of supplies that you're gonna need for this DIY in the description box below, as well as a link to the free downloadable templates, and let's get started. First of all, let's take a look at the map, the official map, so that you can see what I mean. Now, I have purchased two of these, and they both have the same issues. I purchased both of these from Barnes & Noble. As you can see, it is the Noble Collection map. This is what the back of the package looks like here. And then the front just has the Marauders map. So here's the map itself. I'm not a huge fan of the background texture, but we can't do anything about that. That's just got to stay the way it is. It is printed on nice paper. This is on like a kind of like a light cardstock, which is, it's pretty good. But if we take a look at this first flap in here, where it says Peeves may lurk here, it is not even lined up. This top part right here that opens up, this is way too big. So as you can see, the one behind it is quite smaller and it just doesn't line up. This is sloppy design, and this is how both of the maps are. So if you buy one and it comes in the packaging that you saw in this video, yours is not gonna line up either. So we're gonna be fixing that today. And then we're also going to be putting on a reversible cover onto the front of the map. Also on mine, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a crease line right here where like a fold would have gone, but there's not supposed to be a fold on the very front of the map. So this crease line is actually just, you know, an error in manufacturing. So it seems that these maps have a lot of errors in manufacturing. Unfortunately, the crease line I can't fix, but I can help fix that inside flap for you guys. So the first thing that we want to do is open up to this page, and you want to tear out this flap. And you can start from the bottom corner right here and just very carefully pull up and tear out this flap. And you do not want to damage the map below. The flap itself, though, we're gonna throw it away, so this can have as many tears in it as you want. It won't look pretty once you've pulled this out. I'm not gonna do it on camera right now because I've already done it, but I will put some photos up of mine once I had my flap torn out so you can see what it looks like. So here's the torn out flap. This is from the one that I've already modified. You can see I've torn a hole in it. That doesn't matter. This we can get rid of. I just held on to it so that I could show you what it looked like in the video. Doesn't matter if it has tears in it, whatever. We're gonna throw this one away. I've already assembled this one, but you just want to print out your templates, which should come with the two parts of the reversible cover. These should be double-sided. You want to print all of this out on 11 by 17 cardstock if you can. If not, I will include 8.5 by 11, but I really do recommend doing it on 11 by 17 cardstock. and I will leave a link in the description to the exact paper that I used. You want to get these printed somewhere professionally. It took me a lot of time to get the color just right. I had mine printed professionally on a laser printer, so if you can take yours somewhere and have them printed on this nice paper on a laser printer, the color is probably going to turn out the right color. If not, I did leave an editable template, which is a Photoshop file, and it has some filters on it. You can adjust the colors, so you might want to just print a few out, adjust the colors, print one out and adjust it, compare it to the actual map, and make sure that you're getting the right colors if you're printing it at home. If you need to modify the colors of the template, as you can see, I've got this opened up right now in GIMP. However, unfortunately, I've noticed that the color correction layer, which is right here, it's actually a folder. It doesn't actually have an effect. Look, I'll zoom in here, and if I hide it, there's no difference. And if I show it, there's no difference. So basically, you're gonna have to use Photoshop for this. So let's go ahead and open up Photoshop. And then when you download the templates, you'll see there's a 11 by 17 and an 8.5 by 11 folder in the templates. I'm gonna open up the 11 by 17. We've got JPEG, PDF, and PSD, which is Photoshop. Open up the Photoshop folder, and we have both of the editable things. We have the reversible cover here and the left flap. So let's open up the left flap just to show you how it works. Okay, so in our layers panel over here, we have the main template. So if I hide that, you can see it just shows the background underneath. So here's our main template. Underneath that, we have the color correction layer, and then underneath that, we have the texture. The layer that is side A is actually the background for the main template. So if we hide both of those and then show side B, that's actually just the background. Anyways, so now you know how the file is laid out. Let's take a look at the color correction folder. Click this little arrow here to expand the folder, and you can see 3 adjustment layers in here. We have brightness and contrast, hue and saturation, and color balance. And then above this, we'll see the properties panel up here. And if you don't see this properties panel, it may open in another little window. So if I pull this out, it may open up like this if you double click on the layer. Also, if you still don't see it, you can go to Window and then click Properties down here to actually show the Properties panel. Anyways, this is where you're going to do your modifications to the color. I have this set up so it pretty much prints just the right color on the professional laser printer where I have this printed. It may be different slightly on other professional printers, but if it's a laser printer, I would assume that it's probably going to print about the same. If it's not a laser printer, if it's an inkjet, it's definitely going to be different. And if you're printing at home, it's probably going to be different. See, if I drag these arrows around, it's going to change the color, you can see here. So right now this is the yellows and the blues. We've got the greens and magentas here. You're probably not going to want to go as extreme as I'm showing you right here, but I'm just showing you this so that you understand how it works. And then the blues and the reds here. But what I would do, and what I did, is I just adjusted this. This started at 0, and I started pushing it to more of the yellow side over here by about 5 each time, and just printing one out. So I printed out, 4 of these before I had it at the right color here, but then I also had to add a hue and saturation layer because I needed to up the saturation a little bit. As you can see, I made it to 8. I just kind of pushed this up a little bit, like 2 to 4 each time I added to the saturation. You might want to take the saturation down depending on what your printer does. You might need to take the lightness up or down, and then the brightness and contrast. I actually ended up pulling the contrast down all the way to -50 here. Like I said, you will just use these layers to adjust the colors to match the colors of the map on your printer. And once you have that down, just go ahead and print them out. Now I know it says it very big right here on the templates, but as you can see, this is not for commercial use. So please do not print these and modify a map and then try to sell it with the modifications on it. This is the reason why Warner Brothers took down my templates, because people were printing them out and then selling them on various places around the internet, so much so that it caught Warner Brothers' attention. So please don't do that. If anybody starts doing that, I am going to have to take these templates down, and I really don't want to do that. Please just use this for your own personal projects. Okay, so anyway, once you have this done, you can go ahead and print these out. And like I said, I already cut these out and kind of glued them together. So it came in 3 pieces for this template, and you'll know what I mean when you open it up. So there's a big piece here and then a couple of smaller pieces, which I just lined these up and glued them together. This part is the bottom, which is going to get glued down, so it doesn't matter that we can see this. This side is what really matters, and you can't really tell. Especially once it's connected to the map, you won't really be able to tell. And it's put together the same way as my custom Marauders map. It's basically the same flap. I just kind of changed the background and adjusted it a little bit so that it would fit properly. Now it's just going to fold over this way and then back, and you want to line up where it says Room of Doom right here. And then on the bottom, it's the same thing. We're just going to fold it up and then fold down, and then it should all line up just right. And yes, I did swap out Peeves may lurk here for Room of Doom, because I'm pretty sure it actually says Room of Doom in the movies. And now all you really need to do with this is we're going to glue this back side of it, put glue all over it, and then glue it in right here where you tore out the official flap. And when you get it glued in, it's going to look like this. As you can see, it lines up perfectly right here. And it just opens up like this. The bottom part lines up exactly how it should, and it will open up as well. And the color should be almost exactly what the map is underneath. Just from like my naked eye, I can't really tell a difference. When I look in the camera, I can kind of see a slight different intint. It's hardly anything, and like I said, I can't see it just looking at the map like this. So now the next thing we want to do is cut out these reversible cover pieces, and we're going to do that again with a ruler and X-Acto knife. So go ahead and line up your ruler right along the edge that you want to cut. We're going to push down so that the paper doesn't move around underneath. Take your X-Acto knife and just cut and follow along the edge of your ruler. This way we can trim off all of the white from around the template. So what I want to do with each one of these is I want to make sure that I fold these properly. So go ahead and take your actual official map, and you want to take the reversible cover and just kind of place it over the front cover right up and line the edge of it up where the first fold will be in the map. Then that'll help you know where to fold this back piece down behind it. There, so now I have mine folded right, so it should be able to open up and close like this and cover up that front part of the map. You want to do this to both sides. Just fold it over, and then you want to fold it back this way as well, and then just keep folding back and forth. You just want that crease to be really flexible. With your piece like this, we're going to open this up, and then you want to put glue on this entire half of the template. That way we can just glue it onto the back of the front of the map like this, and it should be able to close over the front of it like this so that it just covers it up. And then when you want to reverse it, you'll just fold it and then just keep folding it around the back of the map like this. So do that to both sides of the map. Now once you have it glued on, the cover should be reversible. So if you open it up, you can fold the cover in front of it like this. You can do that to both sides. And there we go. So that is our reversible cover. And then it can fold back underneath like this. And you're back to your normal Marauders map. So now we have our reversible cover. And we also have the flap on the inside, which has been completely fixed and lines up properly. The Peeves may lurk here text has been replaced with Room of Doom. And yeah, everything should line up and look pretty much just like it should. If you'd like a chance at winning these extra parts to modify your Marauders map, go ahead and check out the description box below for the weekly giveaway link. And now to announce the 2 winners of my previous giveaway, which was the Practical Pocket Book of Spells. We have 2 of them to give away. The first winner is Thea Otterson. And winner number 2 is Eliza Khan. Congratulations to both of you, and I have sent both of you an email with instructions on how you can claim your prize. Remember, I get a lot of ideas for these DIYs that I do from your comments. So if you have an idea for something that you want to see me do in the future, definitely leave a comment below and let me know. If you're interested in seeing more DIY videos having to do with Harry Potter and more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.